be working on the little guy in the image. I don't know why I picked this one. I was trying to do something for the holiday, but I keep getting kind of Scrooge-like images. So we'll just kind of go with the flow here. He's got kind of warts all over his head. Okay, so we got the little ears right here. And then there's one on this side, like this. I hope this turns out. I mean, because I think he's kind of cute, actually. He's cute in an ugly sort of way. He's got warts all over his whole head. Okay, so... Okay. Okay. Alrighty, we've got great big old honker right here. Great big old honking nose. I mean, it's not small. It's a great big old honker. I mean, it would be a big old tuba sound. Okay. Okay. Well, hello. We've got a few people in here right now. Okay, let me put on all messages so in case somebody writes something, then I don't miss it. But we're working on this little guy right here. And we're going to do all caps too. Maybe I should get started with that. We'll get started with the all caps. We'll do at least one right now. We'll do this is kind of what it looks like. We don't need to do anything fancy. I don't know why people on the internet got so upset when we do all caps. I mean, my goodness sakes. Oh, I hope I leave myself enough room. Okay, I could leave myself enough room. Okay, I did. I hope I did. Okay, yes. Okay, good. I left myself enough room. So now I'm just going to mess the letters up just like this. They don't have to be fancy. Just mess them up like this. See that? And we get something kind of like what I got in the... I asked Gemini to help me. And so I'm asking Gemini to help me with my artwork for search engine optimization and all that stuff. That's pretty... I love the chatbots for helping me with my search engine optimization and my artwork and ideas for content. Even Copilot on my Microsoft. See? Look how fast we got that done. Hello. Um, Gunner, is that Cunner? Okay, Cunner. Hello, thank you. Hello. Okay, now I'm working on, I gotta put some hair up here though. I gotta put some hair, and we'll be doing a picture to video a little bit later. Right now we're just working on, oh, we gotta put warts on his face too. He's got lots of warts on his face. A lot, not just a little. He's grumpy. He looks really grumpy. I don't know why he's so grumpy, but he is. Oh, that's a good grumpy mouth. Very good grumpy mouth. Look at that. Okay, we got this little thing going on down here. Oh. Okay, now what I need to do is, I need to make his arm. Let's take this down a little bit. I shouldn't, maybe I should do his body first. The face looks pretty good. Okay, so who else have we got? Good, Gooby Funny Dribbler. Oh, Gooby Funny Dribbler? Oh my gosh. What a fun name, Gooby Funny Dribbler. Okay. Gooby. That's what he does. He looks like a big gooby right here. A gooby. He's got like zits all over. Little warts and stuff all over. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't need to overdo it. Oh, we need to put a couple on his nose. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Now let's get the oh my gosh. He looks really good. Hello, Yamly. Is that like a yam? Let's see. What does that say? I can't see. Yamly Villali. Okay, so what are you drawing? Is it a goblin? Yes, goblin. Well, see, to me, a goblin, a troll, and an ogre are all the same thing. I think they're pretty much all the same thing, kind of. This one does have some hair. His hair coming down kind of like this out of his head. It's all scattered all around like that. I am drawing a goblin. An elf. Oh, we've got 4 of them. Elf, troll, goblin, and ogre. They all mean the same thing. I actually like the word troll though. Let's see. Gooby of Funny Dribbler, or a leprechaun. I'm pretty sure goblins are like, yes, absolutely, leprechauns. What is the name? I was gonna call him John Gronk. I don't know why. I think I was gonna call him John Gronk. For some reason. I just felt like that probably might be a good name. Okay, I need to, let's do something around like the belly right here. Yeah, that's good. And then we can get working on this arm right here. And I was thinking he could be a John Gronk, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we should just call him Gronk. Gronk. I mean, that's the name that Gemini came up with, was Gronk. I don't know why, but it did. It came up with, okay, we got a stick here. But Gemini wanted to come up with Gronk, and I thought, okay, let's go with that. We'll go with that, Gemini. You come up with some really good ideas, and we will work with that. The Grinch, absolutely. Spelt. It could be Grox, Grox. Absolutely, Grox. I actually like Grox. Grox, Groxy. Oh, female for Groxy, Groxie, Groxy. Because I was thinking, I used a word the other day, grumpire, Grumpire, and we always had a thing on YouTube related to grumpy little old men. We have grumpy little old ladies though too. I don't want to do a Q&A sticker YouTube. I really don't feel like that. What I did, I said the trench, like CHRIN, trench. Okay. So, okay, I gotta get these fingers in here somehow. Let's see if we can get these. Oh, there was a lady from Canada. I liked her earlier. I was listening to her, but she was talking about food, and it made me, oh, I'm so hungry. It's like it's been so long since I've actually had good food. I told her, I said, I'm subscribed to you, but I gotta go right now, because I explained a little bit about what was going on, but she said she didn't, well, she didn't say she didn't want to hear about it, but there was just some things that was tied into, and she said she didn't want to hear about the other stuff, but it kind of all tied in together, so I decided it's like, okay, well, here, I'm finding it hard. She's talking about food, and I'm finding it hard. It's like, well, my circumstances is related to what she doesn't want to talk about in the United States, and so I thought, well, I like her. I don't want to alienate her or anything like that, and so here I am, again, you know, having a hard time with, you know, expressing things that are important, and Canada's having the same problems that we are in the United States, it sounds like, but I think that they don't believe what's going on here. That's kind of the idea I'm getting, is that they actually don't believe what's going on until they actually hear it from people. So, oh, that's good. Good foot there. Let's see. Are you live tomorrow? I can be live tomorrow. Mr. Grumpy. Yeah, Mr. Grumpy is good. Mr. Grumpy. Mr. Grumpy is probably a good word. Grumpire. Mr. Grumpy is probably really good. He looks grumpy. But you know, the thing I love so much is the picture. I can go live tomorrow at some point. I don't know what I'll do. I kind of play it day by day to decide what I do. I tried not to do too much related to going live. You know, let's see here, or Trumpy or Groz or Boogie, are you, I'm not too fond of Boogie right now, because it just, yeah, that's that network thing, and I'm not part of the network thing, so, yeah, I know the booger, whatever, that stuff is funny, but I don't want to, I'm not part of those networks. Aren't they broadband network or something like that? And, you know, they've never given me the time of day, you know, so, I'm not going to emphasize with them. You know, and they're part of the problem with what we have on YouTube, those network guys. They're a big part of the problem with what we have on YouTube right now. And I even think with what's going on, you know, when they hire people outside of the United States instead of, inside the United States, and they wanted to exclude people, and so it's like, go right on ahead. I have my own talents that I can do. This is just one of them that I've discovered because of YouTube. I didn't realize I could draw so well, but I can. So yeah, I'm not interested in the presidential thing either, because of the fact it's like I don't agree with what's going on right now. I'm kind of like General Mark Milley, what he said, and he resigned his job. And so the people on YouTube who are doing this are a bunch of assholes. That's what the people, the ones in Portland who have been protesting, they're a bunch of fucking assholes. And so I've seen some assholery coming out of YouTube in and of itself, out of people who are monetized YouTube partners. I've written things on a lot of them, and I don't know what the protesting actually is even for. I don't know what they're protesting for. Because it seems like it seems like they're more about causing problems than they are actually about solving problems for people. So I don't even know what they're protesting for. I hate the YouTube networks with a passion. I've never been a part of one, and I hate them. I literally hate the YouTube networks with a passion. So I mean, a lot of them come out of gaming. That's why I don't like them. Because they're a bunch of shitty ass little boys with shitty attitudes, and I think they're a big. I literally think they're the problem with what happened to me in my original YouTube channel. I have no respect for them at all. I have no respect for what those people in Portland are doing. I don't know. I have no idea what that is. There's no clear reason for what they're doing. I've just stopped watching a lot of. Actually, I've stopped watching a lot on YouTube because of them. It's like it doesn't make me feel good, and it just puts me right back into the place of, it's like, well, systemically the networks and YouTube thinks that they're going to run things, and it's not even YouTube, it's just the networks. It's more of the network crap. And so so I just kind of stick to myself and not pay any attention to the rest of them. Because it's like it's like other people have said, if they're not around, if they're going to just do one-sided love. And basically that's what was going on. So when I went on to one of the live streams of Portland with whatever it was that they were doing, those guys were so arrogant, and they actually kicked me off of their live stream because I said what I wrote was, I said, don't you feel like the agitation that you're doing is provoking, it was provoking violence. I said, don't you think you're influencing and provoking? And they kicked me off of their live stream. And so it's like, okay, well, they just wanted to, I saw no purpose in what they're doing. And it's like, but instead they want to, do other crappy things to people. Oh, we're going to show you, we're a network, and we're going to show you. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, you're going to show me, it's going to happen to you, your own self. That's kind of what I think. You keep going down the path and you literally do things that, instead of listening to two sides of things, I mean, this, and the thing is, I kind of still believe Donald Trump. He's right when he says we have no First Amendment. We really don't. I mean, so I'm trying not to be political, because I'm just stating what he has said. He is somewhat right, and I feel that way right now very strongly that we don't have a First Amendment. When we can't say, it's like when people don't want to understand what search engine optimization is, related to the videos. And so it's like, I have no respect for legacy media whatsoever at all. It's like, well, there's the double standard right there. So I'm not watching any protesting video. I don't see the point of the protesting at all. There's zero point in it. It does nothing. And it's like, well, it's kind of like picking at a scab. So you just keep picking at a scab over and over for your own views because you can't do something positive like draw or something, or do something positive. You just want to provoke people in the United States, or so say you know where someone lives, you just want to be an asshole to them just because you know where they live and they're a YouTuber. That is actually, you know what that is? That's harassment of someone in real life. That's harassment. And so I have proof that people have done that. Someone did it, and there's some legal people who should know who did it. They should know who did it. So so that's kind of why I just keep to myself and do things, like what what the chat bots recommend is like, well, do things that no one else is doing and they can't do and they don't want to do, which is doing something that's original. So that's what this is, something original. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I think it's pretty cool. He almost looks like a pig. It looks a little bit different from the one that Gemini came up with. They both look grumpy though. I think it's good. I got the grumpy part down pretty good here. Got the grumpy part down pretty good here. And now I have found a glitch related to YouTube with people who have been in my situation. YouTube has a big glitch for people who have been met with domestic violence. Now, they're saying that they have a second chances program for people who have had their accounts terminated for wrong reasons. They don't have a second chances program for people who have been met with domestic violence and lost their accounts. And so what they did was and so I let one of the chat bots know about this, and it just keeps repeating what they have written in the terms of service. So I was telling it that someone who is trying to separate their account, and that if they've been a YouTube partner before in the past and then they delete their account because of harassment, that they should be able to easily become a YouTube partner again with a different account. And that's what it says. Once you delete your account, you're done. You lose your AdSense, you lose everything, possibly even losing money that you didn't know that may have been there. And then the only thing you hear from someone else is like, oh, well, if you have money that's owed you, then Google is going to send it someplace else. It's like, where is that someplace else at that they send the money to? I've heard about that, but I don't know what you're talking about, because it's kind of hard to find things and to trust things that I hear on the internet right now. And I especially don't trust people. I don't trust the chat bots, because the thing is, people have failed me every step of this way related to domestic violence in my own life. And I don't trust anything at all that they've had on TV. The services don't exist, yet they keep putting that garbage on TV for services that don't exist. And I was listening to a guy. Oh my gosh, I like him though. His name is Ochita, Mountain Man, and he goes by Dog Man. He has 2 channels, and he's actually kind of funny. And he was talking about a lot of things with YouTube, and he was saying that he was going to be losing his social security disability. He said he used to be in the military, and he said he's going to be losing his social security disability because he makes too much money on YouTube. And I asked him, he never answered, but I asked him if he would be able to apply for it again if his YouTube income went down. I just wanted to ask him that question, but he never responded back to me or anything like that. So I don't know if he'll be able to reapply for disability or not. But apparently he's disabled right now. He's drawing on disability. I'm thinking he must be getting his veterans pay too, I would think. So he didn't say anything about that. But he was he's talking about all the things about dating and things like that. It's, oh my gosh, one of the recent ones was kind of funny. Just prompts up a lot of things that, similar things that I've had in my life related to similar experiences, that we don't think about. How could anybody ever think about prices rising higher as you age? How could you? How could anybody ever think about prices getting more expensive? The only thing that we have is looking back. And a lot of people don't want to look back because they know if we look back, then it proves the fact. It proves the fact that prices have gotten more expensive. And people should be asking why. And so, I like to talk about things like that. Some call it politics. It's like, well, if that's the case, everything is politics. So then if people are going to say, oh, no politics, then that ends the conversation, right? That just ends the conversation altogether. Because it's like everything is politics, and I think that a lot of people are realizing that a lot of money that they've gotten is welfare money. It's from the taxpayers. It's just called different names, but it's still all some type of government money here in the United States. I mean, I always said that. It's like, for good grief, it's like the United States military, I know people have their opinions, but when I was a military spouse, I always thought, gosh, technically we're on welfare in a roundabout sort of way, but it was one of the things that wasn't trashed. That's the welfare program that's not trashed. Now, if you talk about regular welfare in the United States, oh my gosh, people are just like, oh, you need to learn how to do it by yourself. Don't rely on the government. Don't rely on welfare. Well, okay, start questioning why prices are going up, because then you get this anti-American citizen rhetoric. It's like, I am so tired of it. It's like, can't people be for people? Can't you be for people, for helping solve problems, instead of anti-American all the time? For crying out loud. And that's where I place capitalism and Wall Street and prices rising is anti-American. That in and of itself is against the American public. That's where it's monetary sedation against the American public. But that's where I'm going to end this right now.